KRU starting off on the attacking side of the ball here in this opening best of 3. See how they choose to go about things. You already got a little trap set up by Victor. Do they check him? Oh dear, they don't check him, but he's not landing any of the shots. I don't think he hit a single one, Balla.
No, not at all. Finesse is still here. He didn't get anything down to delay this, so KRU has gotten a lot of space and a 2-man advantage. They could TP away where Klaus has been working that mech wall all the way up in towards lamps.
Okay, that's certainly one way to go about it. Ultimately falls, but not without taking one with him. You see the flashing backside as Mazino tries to get the spike down. Should be able to do so.
Spike planted.
Finesse a bit weak here as Marved looking to challenge. Starting to swing around with the ghost.
Good patience from Klaus.
Yeah, man, the classics just hitting, and OPTIC at least through that round. Yeah, they took care of a couple, but just not the start they were looking for.
Yeah, they were working out. And now OPTIC on the low buy. They won't force into this. Yeah, with just a couple of shots from a share. They're going straight down long into NagZ.
Yeah, there are 3 players here, and now it's them the ones who are hitting the shots as the kills get traded back and forth. Number still in favor of KRU. They have map control. The spike's in a good spot.
And they just heard Ye's TP as well, and now they spot Finesse. So
ooh, that's a rough way to go.
Yeah, the blast back doing just a little less damage, and the rest of the players already on towards that A side as well. That was clean, I think. Even though originally NagZ goes down, that's good adjustments from KRU. Exactly what we want to see. They drop the spike for Keznit to start rolling up those ult orbs for his showstopper.
Spike planted.
I mean, dude's already halfway there. Ye has 4th. Now make that 2 shots left. But that's all it was going to be. So Keznit wraps up with 3. You mentioned the ult orb from the plant.
Make that rotation and get that shot off.
And you're mentioning how effective it was for OPTIC while the round didn't go their way. You see the repercussions of that. Keznit's on a shorty.
Yeah.
NagZ has the sheriff. So you don't have very much to work with. Keznit tried going fast. He tried doing something a little cheeky. And Ye easily dismisses him.
He double layered his alarm bots there. So look at the 2 slow fields.
Yeah.
And there's a nade on top of it as well. If they stepped any more close to that, they were all dead.
Ye TP's out, giving the false sense of security for Finesse, them to think they can push forward, and Finesse is waiting. 48 HP, takes a good bit of damage, eventually falls, but Marved on the flank. Put things back in their favor. Klaus, the last one standing on the side of KRU. You mentioned the bonus likely wasn't going to go their way, and well, Balla, you were absolutely right.
Yeah. Keznit's ult potentially coming online in this round. It's not there. He didn't get the kills that he needed. It's actually Mazino who's close, and Ye has the tour de force. He's actually just holding down short, and there's actually a poison orb that lands directly on top of him, so he TPs over to B, and now they have 3 players here, and they're very close up to Octagon if they do decide to peek. And an hour later in the round, but they're actually going back over towards A.
We'll keep an eye on Remember, where crashies just put himself behind that little setup they have going on.
He's already walking down sand. Exactly.
Yep.
He's got the info. This alarm bot's going to give them even more, and Victor's here to respond. They've got 2 players pushing down sand to flank, even though they got the kill on the Ye just then. Who TP'd into Labs.
Oh, and NagZ's not going to get the timing. He started to look back showers. He gets this just right. This is going to be problematic. There it is. The shots initially miss, but eventually come through. As OPTIC getting the openings that they need. Victor on the tap, swings back out, waiting for his next challenger. And it's Victor who assumes the position. Marv cleaning that up. Victor trying to stick the defuse. Klaus is no way in.
Yeah, none at all. The wall blocking him, the smoke in his way as well. So now they have really nothing except a couple of ults and a judge from Keznit. And we've seen how he wants to use the shorty to get up close to Ye.
You ain't getting close to Ye. You're not. Orbital strike drops through. Delays things for just a moment. You've got Victor in a great spot to try to cut off the initial push. Does a good bit of damage onto NagZ too. But off of this, KRU can take some space. I don't know that it's quite enough to get the spike down. They've established U-Haul control. Yeah, NagZ falls. The spike goes with him. This should be on OPTIC to clean
One
up.
enemy remaining.
It's a classic.
Excellent, really excellent adaptations out of OPTIC. You want those rounds to be clean, right? Like
that much damage done. So yeah, he's really working the map with this chamber. So often he's in different positions. And they'll go back for this. NagZ holding the ult to punish a push down long, which OPTIC has already done so far. But KRU responds with them getting all the way up into hookah. and nobody punishing that drone, stopping it from getting the information, and now they have space for keznit to work off.
Get the Trailblazer out from crashies down long to get some info.
Surprising that they don't actually smoke Hookah off. But even though keznit gets the kill, Ye trades it back. Now, Marved is dead though, so they can't hold the choke points just as well. The Seekers are read perfectly, they go out.
Yeah.
But look at OPTIC, they're all rotating. A little bit of hesitation though.
And the alarm bot should give things away with 48 seconds left. There still would be enough time to call a bluff, but OPTIC deciding to double down. Victor never lost Shower's control, so he's still in this position. Well, he was still in the position until he falls. Victor with a nice kill traded back as the spike gets planted. NagZ going to go aggressive. That's all it is for now. A 2v2 op shot into the smoke. Try to catch someone off. Not happening. Mazino's left alone to try to protect this from happening. Crashies, big clutch out. OPTIC are going to get the defuse too. It's a great response from OPTIC.
Absolutely. They gave up the map control, read into it, saw exactly what the play that KRU was making.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of it was by process of elimination, they understood what KRU were trying to do. The Trailblazer down long, you had the alarm bot in a short, you knew you had Shower's control. Hookah was the only
player in laps, which we've seen KRU get stuck in so many times, and once again, you're on a low eco situation.
Crashies takes a little bit of damage there. Again, assuming spot just on the other side. Showstopper comes out from keznit, fires through, nothing happening. Perhaps Ye can find some more success. It's a bit of the same, really.
Flank so fast from both crashies and finesse. And importantly that they're able to trade there, because now they cannot just funnel their way back through sand. Raze from NagZ brings up Klaus again all the way on the flank, but again, they don't have weapons in this at all. So they're trying to win this round. The wall is not broken yet. And again, he gets the spike. Marved is nasty on top of this bench.
What wall? Mazino Sheriff not able to find.
They're investing everything.
Shots. Yeah, they are. They want to try to steal this round away as best as they can. Remember, they have the orbital strike, so if they do get the spike down, they have a chance to get it back.
Still an alarm bot here. If the slow goes off, that buys all the more time. Good molly, though, from Delzik. And yeah, there are tools here.
That's a big box they had to check, right? Now they have, as we were mentioning, the orbital strike in the post-plant scenario. They don't have elbow control. And you see Delzik pushing back out to Hookah, make sure no one's flanking around. They're going to push in through spawn. What a shot out from Klaus. He falls. And here's where that orbital strike should come into play. OPTIC have no idea where he is. Not even off the tap. Bit early.
They don't know where he is yet either.
They're guessing Marved is so weak. He lands a shot, surely. Delzik can pull this off. The tap out from Ye. Gets it at least to half. Oh, he doesn't see the knee. Ye swings out. Ye gets 3, and he's going to get the defuse. He should be able to do so. That could have been very bad, ball.
Yeah, he tucked himself all the way in. You have to jump out in that situation. Like I said, no.
Rounds into the game? Yeah, okay.
Yep. Said you're having a game.
He is having a game, indeed.
Again, they go for this position. You called it out 2 rounds ago. Crashes up close. Nobody here to fight him, though, and NagZ, I think, smells this out. He's aiming in a different...
Yeah, I don't know that he does. Ball in, there it is! The wall drops and the kills go up. Ult Orb going in favor of keznit. You see the Viper's Pit.
Meanwhile, Victor just got a kill over top of the Viper wall of Klaus. So just playing on top of Truck. Nothing going KRU's way right now, even when there's an idea for them. They're just doing things individually, and that's 2 players, isolated, not traded at all.
Big kill out from Mazino.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, there's just, OPTIC were still in such a strong position prior to that, while yes, dropping Ye certainly hurts, you still have the rest of OPTIC to deal with.
They know where keznit is. They don't know where Delzik is, though. And I think crashies, while he's aware of somebody potentially being inside of Hookah, Delzik was so far advanced, he gave up the position. And with 25 seconds, the way that keznit is walking back, they've already made the decision here. Can't get through the Viper's Pit. And I'm not close enough to help you out through Hookah. Another round for OPTIC, 6-2. Momentum swinging heavily in their favor since that pistol round. And every round since then has been honestly clean, outside of the one clutch that they had to scramble to get with Ye in the 1v1.
And even then, I mean, maybe not as clean as all the...
But also, some way to break that alarm bot without necessarily committing too many resources.
See the molly invested there. Second time they do that. This time with the knowledge. crashies likes to hang out there. You even see it and drop the Trailblazer to make sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, he's not there. And that's been confirmed, but Ye with another opener.
Even when there's pressure inside of Hookah, no smoked. And Marved is on the other side of the map, and it looks like finally Delzik actually, no, does not want to explore bathroom. Just checks it off completely from the playbook is KRU. If NagZ goes alone here, he's taking a fight against Finesse. Off angle though, up top, he just stands on top of the flower pots. And it's too easy.
Be interesting to see if they still choose to push into this. They know the operator's here, and well,
spike down B.
It does not work out any more than the first time did. Nice shot out there from Klaus to drop that, but he falls and... oh, okay, they are going to pick up that operator.
Those situations.
Yeah.
Keep track of this. Yeah, he's 16-6. And he's switching up his position now, down short, which might expose crashes and finesse here.
Similar setup to what we saw in the first round. The swing out, the timing's just gorgeous, man. And then the flash to push them back. They didn't have much as far as guns. I think it was just a
He just TP'd right out. I know Marved peeked it earlier on, but he's not even scared of that. That is ridiculous.
Spike in a pretty difficult spot as it's still hanging down long. Nice 2 kills out from KRU to give them a bit of room to work with. Marved still playing back sight. Takes a bit of damage. The molly pop out in the swing. The one weapon they had making things work, and now Ye has arrived.
Oh my god, he's just
Klaus, he's weak. Yeah, he's got the Vandal. And I mean, dude, if you're feeling it, but it's far from over. It's a 1v1. They both have Phantoms. crashies swinging out. He's a little bit weaker here. NagZ not able to land the first couple shots. Fortunately for him, he didn't take any damage. 8 bullets left. A little ring around the rosy as NagZ grabbing his way around. He's gonna wall up. Oh, crashies with the challenge. NagZ's out.
He's right on his heels. He is running it down right now. NagZ's gonna get the reload off, but planting the spike is gonna be so difficult with crashies on his tail.
The thing is, crashies has to go fast. If perhaps it's just enough to delay. No, not able to do so. So the spike does get planted. Remember, NagZ the healthier one of the two in this moment. As the spike now becomes a factor. The shots out from NagZ onto crashies. A thrifty round win for KRU.
Those sheriffs so danged consistently. Underwhelming on a role that's so important. In this case, he's playing the Sage, and a big growing point is they actually go towards bathroom for the first time in this match. It's getting the res online on this attack side. This is a reason why this comp is so good, why you see Ascend in EMEA go on such a streak.
You heard the tour de force used at the beginning of the round for Ye as he's holding down a short. You mentioned it really had been the entire map before KRU did it, but they finally established some presence in showers. But the question is now, Bala, what do they do with it?
Yeah. Look at the patience they have right now. NagZ is really worried about the sand push. And crashies just flashed it. So NagZ knows that he's looking for information in that position. Here comes the ult. It's way far back. They're not going to know that this is executed on this site for a long time. But now it's clear.
And the orbital strike delays the initial push out from showers, while the rest of KRU try to brute force their way in through short. Mazino's already fallen. The wall goes up and the spike should go down.
30 seconds left.
Surely that doesn't.
Spike planted.
There's a gap in that wall.
Viper's pit. Marved pushing his way forward, able to take care of Keznit. How much more can he find? Numbers heavily in favor of OPTIC.
Spam for Marved, so good, but Klaus is going to push on him. Marved gets it.
It's just NagZ here in a brutal spot. They had Seekers, they had OPTIC, they had everything they could possibly want to deal with and more, and OPTIC find a way.
And that was a great setup for KRU. After they took the site, they got the wall across. Sure, there was a gap in it, but they break the segment anyways. They get to 3 right now. KRU, this is a tough road back.
Well, it just seems to have gotten a bit harder too. Double op setup out for OPTIC for Ye and Marved.
Marved actually has a Phantom as well on the floor, just because they've had so much money. You saw Ye actually use the tour de force last round, not buy a weapon at all. So they have a bank, and it's going to pay off potentially. Marv's such an advanced position.
Keznit is taken U-Haul control. The wall goes up, and the plant follows. There's the hop out from Marv. You mentioned the forward position that he had, and it pays off.
He picked up the Vandal as well. Finesse gets a kill from the back of sight through smoke as well. Keznit's gone. The main fragger. It's really all up to NagZ. Can he get a res up? Yes, he can. Mazino, for now, back in the game.
Look at how far back they're playing off. It's because of lineups. Yeah, the first molly comes through, and there are 2 snake bites. Klaus, spot where he still has, but he's so freaking weak. Crashies pushing forward. The flash to swing out through the smoke. It's all onto Marved. Finally, a bit of success for KRU, unless Marv can snatch it away. There are too many targets, too much to look at. KRU avoid a 9-3, and that was probably the best round they put together. We're halfway through this voyage called Bind. Bala, Ye is good.
Yeah.
Ye is good.
He's nasty. But Victor's the one who's up in the face of Klaus early on in lamps, and he's destroyed him completely. NagZ it up on a little cheeky wall, actually. It blocks the entrance from Klaus, but they're walking up on him, and they get the advantage of it, so instantly 5-3 advantage for OPTIC.
NagZ backside trying to use a stimmy to re-clear U-Haul, and he does. It teleports through. The spike goes out, and Finesse was waiting to try to get a couple of kills, not able to do so. NagZ took some damage though.
That's a great fight back so far in the round. They get 2 before they TP out, but Keznit takes the fight again by himself, and that's what Jess and Kakuko on the desk were talking about. And that gives Ye the complete corridor to himself with a head.
Damage, get a couple of picks along the way, so it seems like OPTIC just looks so much more comfortable than they did the last time we saw them.
Yeah, absolutely. The drone actually comes up here, and there's going to be a potential flash. They're playing anti against Mazino here.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Up close inside of hookah, that's where that was NagZ.
And then the nade out from Keznit gets a second.
And that's an advantage on the eco round, even though Finesse, he might go down. Yes, huge advantage now.
This is going a bit sideways.
How do they recover? Slow play here from OPTIC. They need to find a pick. They need to work together to potentially maybe find NagZ. He's got a Spectre though here. Upgraded off the shorty and already spotted both of them. Now KRU can really start to tighten the noose around OPTIC.
Yeah, OPTIC just kind of scratching here for whatever it is they can find, reaching for any sort of an advantage. It spams through the smoke. Perhaps something fortunate going their way. Hasn't been the case so far. And the one benefit for OPTIC is they have time. They have 40 seconds to choose how they want to play this out. Ye with perhaps his first bullet miss of the entire game.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, it's just not a whole lot of options here for OPTIC.
Sure. Gonna hide this Spectre. Marved will try to keep the Bulldog. Or not. Still 18 seconds if they find Klaus. Hold on. Marv thinks he has an opening.
He very well may.
10
Klaus
seconds
choosing
left.
to go for the shorty. Keznit going aggressive.
Planted.
Shocker. Falls. They get the spike down.
He's biting himself as well as Marv gets this kill for dropping that Spectre down in sand.
May work out anyway as the Headhunter seems to be just as good! What? That's a backbreaker!
Wow. Indicates that they want to go for it, but no, instead, this is going to be a slow default. I thought this was going to be a fast play from OPTIC.
You gotta be excited. But you're right, it is a slower start to things. See an exchange of utility. NagZ considering dropping the wall, chooses not to.
It's interesting because they don't even have the option there. Hold on. Walking right up to the smoke.
They drop the wall, try to get any picks. And they manage to succeed as OPTIC find 2 big openings, make that 3 on the site. Keznit with the nades push Marved off. Spike not down yet.
That's
Doesn't
gorgeous.
seem to matter. As
Look, they got the kills after dropping the wall that you called out. And then they don't have the smokes down to that situation. Marved puts them down way late. So you can expect and realize why KRU was not ready for that possibility. And while Ye finds the gap against Mazino, Mazino wins the fight. Victor's there to trade. 11 to
results go. They have 2 guns to work with in this round. Light armor across the board. So it's not entirely lost, and they've shown that they can do more with less.
Wow.
Yep. Just barely. I mean, just barely.
They're still flirting with the idea. But if they go past this, there's an alarm about to greet them. Finesse is holding the angle. And they've got NagZ up inside of carpets. NagZ gave a couple smokes over here towards the B bomb site, which signals that there's a lot of presence here. But realistically, what OPTIC should be concerned about is short, and they're not going to flirt with it at all. Spikes retrieved. They're hitting that B site. And pretty soon, there's not going to be many more smokes here available from NagZ.
That was interesting. Finesse put up the Viper's wall, the same gambit setup on his short that we've seen in the past, and then rotated off to perhaps try to draw rotations over. If they don't bite,
wow.
This OPTIC swings for the Bulldog. Gets the best of things there. Yeah, trading one back as OPTIC seem to be back towards their antics and their winning ways as they get the openings that they're looking for. crashies gets the spike down. OPTIC just continue to frag out over KRU, and once again they find themselves beaten, battered, and outnumbered.
And no position to really, except for NagZ. No, Finesse is watching. They know 2 TP'd. The only possibility would have been NagZ staying alive there, actually forcing some pressure for OPTIC to stay on side of this spawn site.
Well, the thing is, for KRU, you mentioned they didn't invest a ton, but they did invest enough to where keznit only has a Guardian and light armor.
Sure.
And it doesn't seem like they made any plays to get him the ultimate, too, so for now he waits with bated breath to see if that showstopper becomes a factor in this round.
He's trying to call and call the plan from OPTIC early on. keznit's literally rotating back and forth between B and A based on the information and leaving Mazino all by himself on that B site in that situation. So he's trying to hedge really early.
NagZ in a really nice spot here on Bala. Oh, the flash is enough to check him, and at least, well, he did get one. Now they know where he is. The Seekers come through as NagZ has a ton to deal with, 72 HP. Understands crashies is there. The Trailblazer doesn't tag him. NagZ pushes, he gets the shots, and the kill. KRU not ready to be done with bind, at least not yet. These numbers are big in their way. OPTIC have won this before. They'll have a chance to do it again.
Enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Surely out of reach at this point, right? Surely.
It's the big Finesse.
Yeah, that's all it's going to be. So NagZ gets 3 on the round. Again, KRU live to fight another day as they were facing. Yay with the tour de force that you hear.
Fast to punish. Oh,
that's a punish. Yep, that's a punish, all right. Dude, that works.
The stim through the Viper's pit, I think they definitely knew that that was a possibility for Klaus to put down, and that might have just wrapped up the game. That decision right there from Finesse, the type of fast plays that OPTIC can throw out, really working out, and the confidence shown from OPTIC, it's on display right now. That was missing the other day.
keznit's showstopper not doing anything back. Victor buying so much time and so much space. Oh, these hurt the most when you know the spike is ticking. You can't push forward for risk of a rocket in your face. keznit with a nice shot onto Ye, though, but you still have to work your way through the Viper's pit. You still have to work your way through 4 members of OPTIC, but that might not be enough. Mazino, again, trying to be a hero. It all falls onto keznit, who's had a quiet game up until now, and it's not going to get any louder.